Hello 7th standard students, how are you? I'm sure you're all doing good by the grace of God. So this is the book back questions for history, the second lesson, New Kings and Kingdoms. Getting into the exercise, the first one, fill in the blanks. First one, the Dash clan ruled northern and western India between the 8th and 12th century CE. Answer, Rajput. Second, Bhoja I was the most powerful king of the Dash dynasty. Answer, Gurjara Pratihara. Third, the Pala dynasty was founded by Dash. Answer, Dharmapala. Fourth, the Rashtrakutas came to power under the leadership of Dash. Answer, Danti Durga. Fifth, Dash defeated Mahipala and annexed his kingdom. Answer, Rajendra Chola. Second, true or false? First one, after the death of Harsha, his kingdom broke up into many states. The answer is true. Second one, Paramara dynasty ruled the region around Malwa. Answer, true. Third one, the Pallas were followers of Hinduism. Answer, false. The fourth one, Muhammad of Ghazni did not establish his rule in India. The answer is true. Fifth one, Kaviraja Marga is a book written in Sanskrit. The answer is false. Third main, answer in brief. First one, write a short note on Paramaras. The Paramara dynasty of Rajputs ruled the region around Malwa from the 10th to the 12th century CE. The most famous ruler of this dynasty was Raja Bhoj, who ruled from 1010 to 1060 CE. The capital of Paramaras was at Dar. The Paramaras ruled till 1305 CE, when Malwa was conquered by Alauddin Khilji, Sultan of Delhi. Second, write a paragraph on the Pallas. Answer, after the death of Harsha, there was confusion in Bengal, and in 750 CE, the people elected one Gopala as their ruler. His son Dharmapala founded the Pala dynasty, 775 to 810 CE. Under Dharmapala and his son Devapala, the Pala kingdom grew to include present-day Bengal, Bihar and parts of Odisha. One of the Pala kings, Mahipala, was defeated by Rajendra Chola in 1023 CE. The Palas were Buddhist. The University of Nalanda was revived under the patronage of the Palas. Dharmapala established a famous Buddhist monastery and college at Vikramashila. Third one, who was Muhammad of Ghazni? What was the purpose of his invasion of India? Muhammad of Ghazni was the son of an ambitious Turkish chief, Sabukhjin, who, attracted by the tales of the riches and taking advantage of the fragmented state of the kingdoms, began raiding India. Muhammad of Ghazni invaded India several times between 1010 to 1026 CE to take back with him vast riches from the land. Fourth one, write who were the participants and what was the result of the first battle of Tarain and the second battle of Tarain. Answer, the first battle of Tarain was fought between Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Ghori in 1191 CE, in which the latter was defeated. The next year, in 1192 CE, In the second battle of Tarain, Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan. Fourth main. Answer in detail. Who were the Rajputs? Why is the period between the 8th and 12th century CE known as the Rajput period of Indian history? Answer. The Rajputs were clans or social groups based around present-day Rajasthan. They were Kshatriyas and were staunch Hindus. They created large empires and resisted the advance of the Arabs and Turks. They protected their land and religion with fierce patriotism. Their contribution to the politics and culture of India between the 8th and 12th century CE was so immense that this period of Indian history came to be called the Rajput period. Who were the Pratiharas? Describe how and where they came to power and how their kingdom ended. Answer. The Gurjara Pratiharas were supposed to have come to India with the Huns from Central Asia at the end of the 5th century CE. They established kingdoms in Punjab and southern Rajasthan. By the time Huan Stang visited India in the 7th century CE, they had come to be considered as Kshatriyas. The Pratiharas were one of the most powerful of the various Gurjara clans. The Gurjara Pratihara Empire broke up into several independent kingdoms around 950 CE and around 1019 CE. Muhammad of Ghazni took control of Kannauj. This spelled the end of the Pratihara dynasty. Third question. Write an essay on the Rashtrakuta dynasty outlining how they built their empire. Answer. The Rashtrakutas ruled over large parts of southern and central and northern India between the 8th and 10th century CE. They came to power under the leadership of Danti Durga, who defeated the Chalukyas of Badami in 753 CE and the Gurjaras of Malwa. Then he went on to capture Kalinga, Kosala and Sri Shailam. Danti Durga was succeeded by Krishna I, 756 to 774 CE. It was during his rule that the rock-cut Kailashnath temple at Ellora was built. The empire expanded further during the time of Durvadharavarsha, CE 780, to become a pan-Indian power. He defeated the Pallas and Gurjara Pratiharas and annexed Kannauj, which became the leading city of North India. In the 9th century CE, Moghavarsha I established his capital at Mayankita, which continued to be the capital of Rashtrakutas for over 200 years, after which the Chalukyas of Kalyan defeated them and took power. Fourth one. Write a summary on the military victories of Rajaraja Chola and Rajendra Chola. Include a note on their army and navy. Rajaraja Chola 985 to 1014 CE followed a policy of war and conquest. He defeated the eastern Chalukyas of Vengi, the Pandyas, the Gangas of Kalinga and the Cheras of Kerala, and captured large tracts of the Deccan and even parts of Ceylon. His son Rajendra Chola 1014 to 1044 CE took Chola power to greater heights. He captured Vengi, sent a naval fleet into the Bay of Bengal and captured parts of Sumatra, Malaya and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Rajendra went on an expedition to North India around 1023 CE, defeated Mahipala of the Pala dynasty and annexed Bihar, Odisha and Bengal. The main reason for the Chola success was their army and navy. Raja Chola laid the foundation for a strong navy. The army consisted of the infantry, cavalry and elephants. The best horses were imported from Arabia. Money was spent for the training and upkeep of the army. The Cholas were the first to maintain a large and efficient navy. The Chola navy was one of the strongest aspects of the Chola Empire. Fifth one. Describe the administrative system that prevailed in the Chola Empire. Answer. Raja built up Chola power with his clever administrative skills. The navy and local administration were the two important features he introduced in his empire. Under him, the Chola perfected a highly organized administrative system with a strong center yet protecting the autonomy of the village assemblies. At the top of the structure was the king, who held all powers. The entire kingdom was divided into two categories: areas governed by vassals, chiefs, and those directly under the king. Areas under the king were divided into 6 provinces or mandalams. The provinces were divided into districts or nadus, which further divided into kurams or kotams. Village administration was carried on by village assemblies or urs. A group of villagers called kurams or kotams managed its affairs through sabhas or mahasabhas, whose members were learned Brahmins. But the sabhas were under the control of the royal officers called adhikaris. Elections were held for the sabhas. There were different committees in the sabhas to look after different departments, and accounts were carefully maintained. Multiple choice questions. First one. After the death of Harshavardhana, the Deccan was ruled by the dash. Options are Rajputs, B. Rashtrakutas and Chalukyas, C. Pandyas and Cholas, D. Pallas. The right answer is B. The Rashtrakutas and Chalukyas. Second one. The dynasty of the Gurjara Pratiharas were established by option A. Nagabhatta I, B. Bhoja I, C. Prithviraj Chauhan, D. Raja Bhoj. The right answer is A. Nagabhatta I. Third one. In the second battle of the Rain, Prithviraj Chauhan, the options are A. Defeated Muhammad Ghori, B. Was defeated by Muhammad of Ghazni, C. Defeated Muhammad Ghazni, D. Was defeated by Muhammad Ghori. The right answer is D. Defeated Muhammad Ghazni. Fourth one. The Paramaras of Malwa were finally defeated by option A. Alauddin Khilji, B. Muhammad of Ghazni, C. Muhammad Ghori, D. Barbar. The right answer is A. Alauddin Khilji. Fifth one. The last major dynasty to embrace Buddhism was option A. The Cholas, B. The Pallas, C. The Rashtrakutas, D. The Chauhans. The right answer is B. The Pallas. Sixth one. The Turks were able to defeat the Indians in battle because A. Of the lack of unity among the Rajput chiefs, B. The slow-moving elephants used by the Indian rulers were no match for the swift horses used by the Turks in battle, C. The Turkic forces were better organized and led than the Indian forces. The right answer is option D. All of the above. The seventh one. During the early part of the medieval period, which city replaced Padaliputra as the leading city of North India? The options are A. Delhi, B. Kannauj, C. Agra, D. Ajmer. The right answer is option B. Kannauj. Eighth one. Amogha I was an accomplished scholar who wrote the poem. Option A. Kaviraja Marga, B. Prithviraj Raso, C. Rajatarangini, D. Vikrama Deva Charita. The right answer is option A. Kaviraja Marga. The ninth one. After defeating which king of North India did Rajendra Chola assume the title of Gangaikondan? Option A. Danti Durga. Option B. Prithviraj Chauhan. Answer C. Option C. Devapala. Option D. Mahipala. The right answer is option D. Mahipala. The 10th one. The Uttara Meru inscription near Kanjipuram records. Option A. A generous grants given by Rajendra Chola to the priest of the temple. Option B. The victory of the Cholas over Sri Lanka and Malaya. Option C. The victory of Rajendra Chola over the Pallas of Bengal. Option D. The mode of election to village assembly. The right answer is option D. The mode of election to village assemblies. That's the end of the book back questions. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.